よし。やろう。いやー、やろう。続きからやりますよ。どこ行くんだっけ？これか。ああ、もうクリアしたいね。
Excuse me, young man. Where do you think you're going?
Greetings, ma'am. I'm looking for the...
I don't care who you're looking for. You shall not pass. No visitors allowed.
I wish to buy a painting from Mr. Boniface Mercurio. Is he at home?
Dearie, tell me, because old age has made me blind. Did someone write Information Bureau on my forehead? Because I'm not here to answer your questions. Entry is for residents only. If you aren't a resident, please leave, or I shall report you to the police.
はい、いらっしゃい。変装しないといけないのか。クリアしていこう。こいつに変装するの？
No visitors allowed.
音声ストリームの現代ビットレートが推定値より低くなってます。なんかで、何これ。124キロ。ちょっと待って、なんかおかしいのかな、設定。今変えられないや。よくわかんないけど大丈夫でしょう。あ、間違えた。あ、なんか何も映らなくなった。今変え、はい、大丈夫です。わかりません。別に、この放送に音質を残らなくしません。多分大丈夫です。わかりません。知りません。わかりません。僕には何もわかりません。あとでなんか一ってみます。今まで出てなかったけど、設定変えてないはず。あ、でもちょっと待ってよ。あれか。オーディオインターフェース変えたから設定があれになってんのかな。まあいいや、後で見とこう。もともと
Don't miss out on my unique clothes.
大した声じゃないからいいだろう。あれ誰？
Come, come.
Don't miss out on my unique clothes. Let's pick something that suits you.
同じ服を買えばいいのかな。あんだけ胸がはだけてるのないけどな。
Don't leave.
ちょっと待ってよ。さすがに本人じゃないのかな。警察官になれってことかな。 所諸君。いやー、お盆はでも相変わらず渋滞ひどいね。ニュースで見ても。大変だろうね。恐ろしいね。東京はね。なんかもう、8時ぐらいにニュース来て、どこもかしくも20キロ、30キロとか。嫌になるね。本当に。あね。まあもう遠出することはもうないか
One
ら。
more look.
温泉の最中遠出することもないかなって思いました。どうせね、休日割引もないし、
Oriental rugs at a good price.
Nice affordable clothes. Let's pick something that suits you.
高速道路のやっぱあれだよね。休日割引ないっていうのがちょっといやらしすぎる。マジでね。遠出はもういいかな。どうせ人も多いだろうし。車も混むだろうし。まあ都内を巡るか。って感じかな。いやーでもないんだよね。彼、ちょっと
Don't
一
leave.
旦
Take one more look.
ないから、本人に変装みたいなのがないから、一旦、全部は回収してないのか。もう一回ここ見た方がいいのかな。それか警官の格好で行くかだな。でもここか。ここは関係ないか。そっか。でもそろそろ俺の走行距離がようやく4000キロ行きそうだから、4000行ったら一回あれだな。オイル交換してもらいたい。自分ですればいいんだけど。いや、でも無理か。ジャッキ買わないと無理だな。あれ。重いもんな。なんか YouTube で見ると、ジャッキなしでやってる人もいるけど。めんどくさそうだもん。ただでやってくれる期間だしいいだろう。ちょっと一回警官の格好で行ってみようかな。
Hello, officer. How can I help you?
Greetings. I'm investigating the theft of a painting by Mr. Boniface Mercurio. He lives here, I understand. May I talk to him?
Oh, how dreadful. But I suppose that means his work is
Poedino,
finally being appreciated, doesn't it?
In a way, yes.
That's good. The news should please him.
Thank you, Ma'am. So, where might I find him?
Find who?
Mr. Mercurio. His painting was stolen?
You must be new to the police service. You see, dear, there is a rule. No visitors allowed. This rule applies to policemen as well.
Ma'am, I am representing the law of this island. Please, let me through, otherwise...
Do you know how hard it is to become a landlady on an island ruled by men? And if you think that I'm just an old woman whom you can frighten with your uniform, you're very mistaken. I have a lot of connections. If you do something stupid, my dear, it will be the last thing you do on this island.
Very well, Ma'am. I'll work it out another way.
Have a nice day, officer.
ダメなのか。なんだろうな。本人に本人は無理だろうな。そんな、見間違うはずないもんな。芸術家の格好とかかな。 そういうことか。あ、あるじゃん。町の喧嘩屋。これかな。あ、あるじゃん。ボヘミア。でも髪型がないんだよな、これな。似てない。ちょっと、ひげを買ってこよう。いや、本当にね、暑い。東北の方は雨すごいらしいし、確かにね。なんか東京も土曜日雨降るみたいだしな。台風で。あ、何が
Nice affordable. Let's pick something that suits you.
まあでも群馬まで大旅だったし、本当にもういいかなって感じですけどね。これ。芸術家の日焼けを、これか。これなんかレンタルできるやつを使うんじゃないのかな。普通に。あ、芸術家の武将髭があるじゃん。これか。しまったな。あるじゃん。これだ。ああ、本人になるんだ。これ買わなくていいや、これ。
Be careful with what you've taken.
なんで衣装屋でこんなんが売ってるのか知らんけど。これか。なるほど。あったわ。これは
Let's pick something that suits you.
衣装にこう反映されないというか、レンタルが出てこないってことはこれも
Don't
う買っ
leave.
てるからって
Take
こと
one
か。
more.
Come, come. Decorate your house in Oriental style.
まあ似てるな。これ完璧か？まあ大丈夫だ。稲川淳二。なんか稲川淳二がそういえば夏の季語になったって聞いたけど、俳句で。すごいよね。
Boniface, sweetie. Is that you? Ah, old age does terrible things to one's sight. I didn't recognize you at first.
How are you, Mum? I'm ashamed to admit that I've lost my key. Do you have a spare?
For heaven's sake, how many times will you lose that key of yours? Of course I have a spare. You artists all live in your own little world.
俳句読む
Please
とき
accept
稲
my
川
thanks.
淳二って言うんだ。
I would
夏の季語
rather
になる
accept your rent. You promised to pay me several weeks ago and I'm
稲
still
川淳二が
waiting.
夏の季
I
語
will
にな
pay
るん
you,
だ
I
ったら
promise,
やだよ
very
な。
soon.
You'd better do,
15
my
も
dear.
夏の季語だよ。
Or else I'll just change the lock. And I won't fall for those cow eyes.
こっちか。そんなネットニュースを見たから本当かどうかまでは調べてないけど興味ないから。あー夏休み。あ、死んでるわ。いつも死んでおりますね。
Judging by
本体の筋肉が弛
post-mortem
緩している。
rigidity, the body lay here for 1 or 2 days.
拳の怪我。
The wound is precise. It was inflicted by a razor or a knife.
まあでもさすがにでも今年、去年もなんか最近は 夏だろうけど、チューブの曲を聴かないけど、新曲出してあるのかどうかも知らないけど。
Soaked in blood. It seems as if the puddle of blood was here before the rags.
すごいよね。あんな、首が切られてんのか、これ。関係ないのか。あんなよくわからない階段で、一生食っていけるんだよ。
A normal kitchen knife.
怖いのかどうかもよくわからんけど。
Could be the murder weapon.
正直。怖いな、怖いな。
Red skin, tails on the back, reminds me of Verda's description of the stolen painting.
なんかでももう、だいぶネタになっちゃってるよね。稲川淳二さんのものが。
The chest has been searched.
かわいそうなこと。なんかもう怖いというより。
Aunt May whiskey, brandy bucks. Quite a collection he has here.
失礼。どれだ？キャメラ。
I wonder where he got that fancy camera.
アクション映画でそう。
Despite the overall tendency towards mess, you cannot sit with the drawer pulled out like this. Someone left it after searching.
すげえくしゃみが出る。最近マジでも暑いでさ、もうここ2日ぐらいあれなんだけど、エアコンつけっぱなしなんだけど。
It appears the wine was truly awful.
電気代が心配です。私は。本当に。
The blood has dried.
夜ぐらいは止めたいけ
I've
ど
heard
も、
of this
夜
style
も
of
さ、
painting. It is called expressionism.
29度とかあってさ、もう窓開けても暑いからさ。つけっぱなしなんだけどさ。いや、電気代が怖いわ。今月電気代が怖いわ。
The photograph was not pulled out in time. Such a waste of material.
まあ、つけたり消したり、頻繁にするよりかは、つけっぱなしの方が安いとは言われるけど、まあ、それでもつけっぱなしはさすがに電気代食うからな。いや、マジ暑いよ、ほんと。マジでやってらんないよ。こっちかな。自分でそんなことあるか。
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
流れをこうちゃんとあれにしないと。北海道もなんか雨すごかったらすごいらしいね。北の方はニュースでやってるけど、なんか1ヶ月に降る量の3倍降ったみたいな。なんか、まあ、青森もそうだけど、青森ほんとやばいよな今な。道路がなんか崩落したみたいなニュースが。写真を現像してたところに盗みに入ったのを見つけて、 芸術家が反撃しました。でも戦ってる。そうか、状況証拠的にここで喉切ったらここで血が出るから、ここで喉切られてるのか。で最後蹴ってるってことでいいのかな。ただな、そうするとこいつがあれだよな、ナイフ、ここのつながりがちょっとなんかおかしい気はするけど。
You're not even trying, Sherry.
そ
Concentrate.
うだよな。見つけましたで、こいつが殴るまでは別にいいと思うんだけど、でもここで自分で切ったってことはありえないもんな。急に自分で切ったってことはないから、こうやってもこうなる。見つかったとこが逆上されて、でもそしたらここに繋がらないんだよな。ナイフこっちで犯人が持ってるから。
You're not even trying, Sherry.
そうだよ、ね。
Concentrate.
これが繋がらなくなるんだよな。ここはこの2択しかないんだら絶対こうだもんな。だとするとこっちこうなるだけっておかしいもん。
Mercurio was developing photographs when the intruder
まあ
snuck
こ
in.
うしかないよな。
Mercurio heard him coming. While the thief was searching the chest, the painter ran towards him with a bottle in his hand. He smashed it across the thief's head. The intruder had no choice but to defend himself, and the weapon of opportunity happened to be a kitchen knife. Mercurio stepped aside to grab the painting, but the wine-blinded thief attacked Mercurio's throat. When the thief came to his senses, he saw Mercurio bleeding on the floor. He grabbed the rags and tried to bandage him, but it was too late.
止血を試みた。
Why did Mercurio attempt to snatch the painting in the middle of a fight?
なるほど。
To strike the intruder? Not with his painting, it was too important to him. It's time for some chemical magic, John.
ケミカルマジック。ケミカルマジック。あ、セミファイナルの音がする。もうね、だいぶセミファイナルの時期だよね。あ、これ綺麗にできるかも。あ、これなんかすごい綺麗にできるかも。あ、すごい綺麗。これは冴えてる。生物が。
That doesn't look like the painting we need, Sherry.
As expected, but that doesn't mean it won't tell us anything. Let's put it on the easel where it belongs. I guess this is his most ordinary painting. Spot the two differences, John?
ごめん、もう一回見せて。一個は分かる。
I guess this is his most ordinary painting. Spot the two differences, John?
ちょっとジョンが邪魔で見えないんだよな。まずここは、
If the intruder didn't take it, the skull should be somewhere here.
もう一個の違いは何？
I guess this is his most ordinary painting. Spot the two differences, John?
ああ、これか。
Nothing behind it.
これじゃないの。この布じゃないの。
I guess this is his most ordinary painting. Spot the two differences, John?
布というか、その木がそもそも存在してないんだけど、この絵には。あ、これあれか。こっちか。あれ？
If the intruder didn't take it, the skull should be somewhere here.
あれ
Nothing behind it.
あったはずのものとないはずのものは見つけたんですが、だから何なのこれ。
If the intruder didn't take it, the skull should be somewhere here.
まあ探すしかないのか。あ、これか。いや違うわ。あんな大きなものがなくなったんだろう。現場にないんじゃない？あ、あったわ。
Monster was actually a man. Poor girl. John, you ought to be thrilled. We are now hunting the devil himself.
What were you saying, Sherry? I was too busy sketching the scene, you know, crimes and such like, daily routine. Did you find something?
A photograph. It depicts a man in a red suit with tails sprouting from his
翼が
back
生えて赤
and
いスーツを
multiple
着た
people
男、
in
仮面をか
masks
ぶった
watching
人
the
々を見
scene.
ている写
It
真。
all adds up.
どういうこと？
But the act of love, it wasn't given willingly, John. It was a violation. And the girl, she was with child.
Give that to me now. Did you recognize someone?
No. Although the victim is not from Cordona, she is African. Look at the ritual scars on her face.
Get that image out of your brain. You have to continue the investigation.
I must speak to the landlady. Perhaps she saw or heard something.
Sherry, you cannot tell her the truth about Mercurio. It will hurt her.
John, that's illogical. Sooner or later, she will come here and discover a corpse, and I still need to talk to her.
Just avoid mentioning
死体という言葉は
corpse.
使わないでしょ。
Right?
うん。
Stick to the character. Tell her to call the police.
I'll take that into account.
And wait here. I've redrawn the people in the photograph. Now you can proceed with your investigation without those horrific details.
普通に見たいんですけど。あ、見せてくれないんだ。これでもジョンはさ、シャーロックに見えてる幻覚だからさ、結局これもシャーロック自身が書いたってことなんだよね。マーキュリーの部屋で見つけたのは若い女性が残酷にも暴行されてる写真。ジョンが書き写した絵には背中から尾が生えた赤いスーツを着た暴行者。絵には部族的な傷が顔についた妊娠した女性が描かれている。なるほど。しょうがない。じゃあ、
What's wrong?
オブラートに包んでやる
You
か。
look like you've seen a ghost.
Can you tell me if anyone else has recently entered the flat?
Oh, you're talking about that limping man. I'm sorry I let him in. I was scared. And I thought maybe he would motivate you to find money so that you would pay your rent. No offense, dear.
Can you describe him?
Oh, so you weren't at home. I was so certain you didn't leave your flat that day. He was of average height, had a limp, and a tattoo on his neck, and he was smoking Malpal cigarettes.
マルパ
My
ルの
husband
タバ
used
コ。
to
マル
smoke
パルの
those.
タバコ。ああ、
They
現
have
場
a
にあったタバ
horrible
コ。
smell I can recognize from a mile away.
Can I ask a favor?
Of course, dearie.
Please call the police and ask them to enter the flat. And don't look inside until they come up.
What? What trouble have you stepped in this time?
It really doesn't matter. Thank you, Mum.
まあしょうがないから話すのはやめといてやろう。
Phew, Sherry, that was close. But you did everything correctly. Now, take off your outfit.
はい、服を脱ぎます。カジュアル探偵に戻ります。
I can't let you walk around in a dead man's clothes.
聖職者長。あ、勝手に戻された。せっかく着替えたの。
Do you know anything about this?
I'd help your friend, but I know nothing.
何も知らないか。
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, I've heard talk.
ウルダナ部族で傷を持つ人々がいるのはスカラディオとシルバートの間のビクトリアブリッジの下にある難民の野営地。Thank you。スカラディオ、シルバートの間のビクトリアブリッジ。ここだね。の難民野営地。あ、違う。あれスカラディオとシルバート、あ、おいおいおいおい、見えへんよ。あ、こっちだ。しまった。あれどこだっけ。ここか。違う、ここじゃない。こっちか。これだ。カジュアル探偵に戻ります。服装で話しかけてくれるくれないが変わるっていうのはなかなかどうなんだろうね。まあまあそのくらいちょっと仲間意識というかこう階級のあれが強かったんだろうけど、時代的にしても親切な人が1人や2人ぐらいいるだろう。仲間内しか話さない。てか服装がそうであれば顔を知ってようが知ってまいが話しかけてくれるっていう謎のあれは。橋の下の難民、ここか。
Does this poster truly
お
claim
っ
that
と
Cordona has a ghost?
幽霊狩りを終え、コルドナストーリーか。コルドナストーリーか。どのポスターのことを見つけたって言ってるんだろう。ここになんか血がついてるんですけど、この血は何。あ、これか。
Unholy howls keeping you
夜
inside
に
at
聞こ
night?
える恐ろしい方向のお悩みですか。ルイージにお任せください。幽霊を退治してご覧に行きます。シルバートン港の南埠頭にお越しください。
This town loves the supernatural, but
なる
all
ほど。
I see is another scab.
The world shrivels under a skeptic's eye. That's why you're so...
まあちょっとやってもいいかな。シルバートン港南埠頭、ここかな。普通に。
Sullen, Sherry. You leave no room for delight in the magical.
I delight in making the unknown known. Let us begin by asking
こ
someone
の
about the
結婚が
poster
気にな
and
るん
then
だ
pay
けど、これ
this
なんか関係あるのか
Luigi
な。
a visit at the port.
とこれまた服装だな。今のどっち？今どっちの話？今のはコルドのストーリーだよな、多分な。あ、これか。
Not much brandy was spilled when the bottle broke. Someone had drunk most of it already. Not enough blood for a murder, but
殺
plenty
人
to
ではない
suggest
が
fists
喧
were
嘩があっ
flying
た
in a
のは間
collie
違いないだ
shangles.
ろ
I wonder if Luigi made it himself.
う。
I
この時代
reckon
に
the
しては
ghost is
かなりク
responsible
オリテ
for
ィ
all
の
this
高いポ
mess.
スターだと思いま
Don't
す。
jump to conclusions. Until we locate any evidence to the contrary, we shall continue to exclude the supernatural. Let me concentrate, John.
スーパーナチュラル。スーパーナチュラルっていう海外の
The
ドラマあ
ghost
った。
hunter's stand
なんか
was
途中
here.
まではすごいなんか
Someone stormed up angrily.
Let me take it from
評
here.
判良かったけど。
It was the ghost of
Must keep an eye on
Cordona, a horrific being, formless, with evil eyes and glassy skin that shimmered like a
日
nebula.
本語
It lurched towards its
訳
foe.
というか、なんだっけ。日本語音声がなんか相当不評だったけど、スーパーナチュラル。
No, John, it was human. We're staring at the evidence of a scuffle between men.
A little imagination never hurt anybody.
If a mark realizes they've been had, that the fear was baseless, the money
普通
defrauded,
に詐欺が
they
バレ
will
たのか。
likely return to voice their displeasure. And thus Luigi took a beating. Fools should have at least moved
今俺が見
locations
てるのはあ
between
れかな。
stands.
ストレンジャーシングスかな。
After the
今のと
attack,
ころ
he
全部見た
fled
けど。
bloodied and bruised.
来年最終シーズンが、来年夏最終シーズンがね、来るらしいけど。どうだろうっていう。
Looks like he crawled that way.
やっぱあの血、こいつの血なんだな、多分。人気だね。ネットフリックスのね、日本以外の、やっぱこの血あいつのなんだ。日本以外のやっぱトップ1だから。日本はなんで、なぜかあれだけど、東京リベンジャーズだけど。なんで東京リベンジャーズそんなに人気なの？なんか、
The empty bottle suggested intoxication.
これ
His
はなんか
vomit
やっぱ微妙なんだけどな。
Well, if you were tailing supernatural creatures for a living, wouldn't you start drinking?
Thanks to you, I am often forced to tail
設定がちょっ
the
と
supernatural,
だいぶ
and
飛ん
yet
でるよね
I'm。still
なん
sober.
か中学生っていうのがもうなんかそもそも。いやいやいやっていう。
There's a bottle missing.
中
After
学生
expelling
で
all
み
the
たいな。
alcohol from his stomach, it seemed he was compelled to
中
replenish
学
it.
生で
Perhaps because
小学生の
booze
時に
eases the
高校生を
pain
倒
of
し
his
てました み
lonely
た
and
いな。
dangerous life
いやい
as a
や
ghost
無理
hunter.
だろ。体格
You
的に。
need to stop reading the Penny Dreadfuls.
あ、盗賊の隠れ家がある。後でやっとこう。なんかね、出てくるやつらがぶっ飛びすぎてて。何それっていう。申し訳ないけど、やっぱりね、どんだけ強くても、中学生で高校生とやれるかと言われると、まあ無理だよ。本当に。格闘技やってましたとか、そこら辺ならわかるけど。
He threw the bottle here. He must
普
be
通
near his
に高
hideout.
校生を倒す中
Maybe
学
we
生
just
が
leave,
平然と出てくるのがちょっ
There's
と
no need to disturb the ghost hunter from his beauty sleep.
Looks like an appropriate home for a ghost hunter.
I have a bad feeling about this.
類似でここ 通に入れるじゃん。また死んでるんでしょ。あ、生きてるわ。
So this is where all the money was going.
人気の理由は何なんだ
And
ろう。
crafted actually rather beautiful work.
何がそんなになんか人気なんだろ
An
別に
eerie and unsettling sound.
う。映像がすごいわけでもないし。鬼滅の時みたいになんか映像
Painter
頑張ってるわけで
definitely
もないし。
has an
鬼滅はまだなんかな、アニメ
aesthetic.
版は確かにかなりこう映像頑張ってたから。って思って。
Donations, one presumes. So you see, John, nothing supernatural, just a drunken lowlife fooling superstitious sailors for a living. You can't argue with the truth. The truth will out no matter what one does. You can embellish it all you like, but you're just delaying the inevitable.
Well, he can delay it no more.
Ah,
After
more
what
what the-
happened at the port, this scam won't work again.
これで終わりか。ちょっとね、分かんなかった俺には。そこまで人気になる理由が分からない。まあ多くの人の何かこう触覚にビビビッと、あ、違う。ここやりたかったんだ。ビビビッと来たんだろうけど。これ隠れが、あ、ここから入ればいいんだね。チャレンジを有効にして購買率、はい、の報酬を受け取る。
I'm coming for you.
YouTube と近くしようが別に照準吸い付くから問
You've
題ない。
lost.
I will end you.
まあでも大変は大変だな。
It's all yours.
サクッと通してヒットポイント回復しながらやらないと。
No more crime for you and
The snuff's ready.
出待ち。ダメか。
Dodge this.
あ、ダメだった。
I couldn't miss the party.
Don't give him the pepper snuff.
Dodge this.
よし。
Take a rest. The snuff's ready.
どっから撃ってる？あ、ここにいた。ついでに溜まったから。
no more crime for you until next month.
走れば当たらないショット。
I'm coming.
ショットガンの照準悪すぎだろ。
I'll put you 6 feet under.
痛い痛い痛い。やばいやばい。
I couldn't miss the party.
ピストルが意外と避けにくい。
Don't give him the pepper snuff.
Eat lead.
Too simple.
The snuff's ready. Time to knock this guy
そっ
out.
か、わざとあれか。一回手を打ってもいいの。手一回打っただけじゃ死なないもんな。
No more crime for you and
Give him the pepper snuff.
頭一発打ったら多分死ぬけど。手一発ぐらいなら死なないな。 これでも一番上じゃないのか。まあ結構金くれるな。まあそうか、お金稼ぎでこれをやるのか。ちょっとめんどくさいからそんな何回もやんないけど。まあ別にでもそんなにね難しくないわけだね。っていうかさ、こういう銃撃戦があるからさ、こういう衣装を買ったんだけどさ、どうなんだろうね。なんか、パッと見た感じ、衣装で、防御力が変わるとかなんか感じなかったけど、本当に
Beasts!
関係ないのかもしれない。衣装では関係ないかもしれない。防御力とか。まあ大体走り回ってれば避けれるから、弾が。
Murderers!
これは、シャーロック・ホームズってとこに入れるのか。
First they come to our land, then they murder our people.
Drop them all into the sea!
これ誰？
Sir, this place is off limits to the public. Please state your business or leave, or I shall request that the police escort you out.
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm a private investigator. I'm looking for a witness for a case.
A private investigator? Really? Even so, you're not authorized. I can't let you in.
And you are?
I'm Ronald Harlow, here to handle the refugee situation on behalf of City Hall. I'm the acting supervisor here, so I have full authority here to ask you to leave, or I shall order the police to detain you for trying to pass the blockade. Please, step back.
充電が。俺のベイプの充電がないからちょっと充電させてください。最近でも俺アレクサの便利さにちょっと感動しているけど、アレクサがさ、まあイヤホンも今なんだっけ、エコーボッツか、アマゾンのあれにしたんだけどさ、あっちの方が耳から外れにくくて、iPods Pro より、まあ、それもいいんだけど、何がいいって運転中はだからヘルメットかぶってるから、iPods だと触れないから何もできないけど、アレクサのエコーボットだとこう、アレクサ？あ、今もう反応したもん。アレクサが反応しちゃったから。はい、すいません。Amazon Music で音楽かけてみたいなことは、運転中に言えばね、勝手にかけ始めてくれるから。さすがにまあ、ナビまでは、ナビできんのかな？いや、そこも無理だろ。そこはまだ試してないけど。でも音楽とか勝手にかけてくれるから、便利だな。ヘルメットの中で一人で話しかければ勝手にかけてくれるから、それすごいなって思ったけどね。あ、ヘルメットかぶってこんな状況でも反応するんだって思ったもん。あ、それはなんかね、めちゃくちゃ便利だった。それはね、買ってよかったです。しかも安いしね、エコーボッツ。まあ、Amazon セールの時に買ったからさらに安かったよ。iPods がまあ高いもんね。3万とかするもんね。なんだっけこいつか。自身の責任に満足している与えられた任務。しかし市民の経験を十分に持ち合わせていない。年齢を教えるでわずかに引きが高い。暗い事務所で働いている。洗練されたこと精神的に圧迫されている。なんかこれどっちでもいいよな。彼が暗くて狭い自分の事務所を嫌っている。 まあどっちでもいい気がするけどな。精神的な重圧。普段は座っている。途方に暮れた。まあ疲労したでいいかな。うん、確かに文鳥とかが
The people in the crowd are shouting about a murder in the camp. Are you
言
trying
葉を
to
覚え
hide
て
it?
もう勝手に起動するのかな。
I assure you that the situation is under the police's control.
If it was under control, if there was no dead body, you wouldn't be as nervous as you are. You would be sitting in your cozy dark corner of a city hall room doing nothing as usual. Yet, you're here, trying to deal with a series of problems you never asked for.
でもまだ多分全然使いこなしてないけど。
You don't know what I'm
そんな
doing
に
for
なん
this
か設
camp.
定することないから。
Even though the rest of City Hall doesn't give a bloody squat about the refugees.
ニュースを聞く
Maybe
と
I didn't want to be assigned to
ラ
this
ジオを
camp,
起動するのと
but I'm trying to do my best for these people. If not for my work,
ゴミ出しの日
they
の
might
確認
not
を
have
す
any
ると
shelter or food even.
I apologize,
天気の
Mr.
確認
Harlow.
ぐらい。
Perhaps I was prejudiced
あ
towards
と
you.
あとあれだな。
In any case, I'm sure that you would
自
still
分のアカウ
want
ン
this
ト
to
で
be
購
over
入
as
した
quickly as
もの
possible.
のこ
The
の
current
状況を
reality
確認
is
でき
that
る。
neither you nor the police are managing things well. You are unable to calm the crowd. You have
宅配
simply
について
never
みたいな
handled
こと
a
言ったら
situation like this before.
What are you driving at, Mr. Holmes?
I can help you to handle the situation if you're truly interested in
まあ
solving
Amazon
things
と連携
quickly
してる
and
からそ
quietly.
こら辺便利
And
だ
how
な。
exactly would you manage that?
Simply tell the police that I'm with City Hall and I'm
無駄に
committed
こ
to
う部屋の
investigate
中
the
のいろん
scene.
なものと連動させて
I'll
る
work out the rest.
テレビとか。
But in return, I need your help finding my witness.
最初はさ、この
She's a young refugee. She's with child or was
テレビ
with
もこ
child
う言
recently.
葉で起動できるように
There
設
is
定したけ
indeed
ど
a
さ。
dead body inside
で
the
もテレ
camp.
ビの起動とか
So
そういう
even
スイ
if
ッ
the
チ系は
girl you are
結局
looking
さ、
for
リモ
is
コン
there,
使った方が早いってい
all
う
the
から聞い
refugees
て
are
ま
now
した。
being detained and interrogated by the police. They won't allow you to speak with her, and I can't do anything about that until the situation settles down.
So it's in our mutual interest to settle it.
Oh,
だ
I
からまあ
suppose
自分
that
のこ
things are
う
bad
すぐ
enough that I ought
リモ
not
コンと
shy
か
away
そういう
from
のに
help.
使わないものに関して
All right, Mr. Holmes.
の
I'll tell the police to allow you to come
設定を
inside. Just tell me when you're
楽で
ready.
いいから。
Mr. Harlow, how did the refugees end up here exactly?
Oh, so you're not from around here
猫
yourself?
のでも
I've been
あの
away for some time,
水
but I
水
read
飲
the
み用
papers.
の
Yes. This
Yes,
whole
but,
story has been in the
well,
papers for almost a
毎
year
日コン
now.
セント抜くのめんどくさ
It
か
was
ったけど
smuggled to Cordona on a ship from Africa.
お休みっ
Smuggled?
て言ったら
Then why
全部
didn't
の
you
全部
deport them?
あの
The smugglers
コン
managed
セン
to
トに
sneak
そういう
them
な
to
んか
shore and hide them inside an abandoned warehouse. When the police
電源切
raided
って
the
くれる
warehouse
よ
and
うな
found
なん
the
か中間
refugees
機みたい
there,
なのを
the ship was already gone.
入れてるか
We
ら
aren't
それ
even
で
certain as to
勝
which
手
ship
に
it
切っ
was.
てくれるか
We
ら
have busy shipping routes with other colonies these days, you see.
So you decided to lock them up under a bridge?
で朝もおは
There's
よう
no
って
other
勝手につけてくれるから
We're still trying to work out what to do with them. I only
They're
hope we'll
vintage,
find a
okay.
humane solution.
なんかいちいちこう
And not put them on
寝
a
る前に
raft
コン
and
セン
float
ト
them
を
out
抜
to
いた
sea.
りとかしなくて済んだから
Mr. Harlow, what exactly do you do here? What are your responsibilities?
What I do and what I am responsible for are two different realities,
カー
Mr.
テンと
Holmes.
かってね
On paper,
うん
I am
ま
in
だ買っ
charge
て
of
な
the
いけど
camp territory, security, provision,
も
and
う
the
うちカーテン
refugees
が
in
今
general.
そんな少
What I
ないから
actually do most of
す
the
りガラ
time
スだから
is
そもそ
knock
も
on
カーテ
every
ンつけ
city
て
hall
ないとこ
door
ろ
trying
結
to
構あるし
obtain some funding, or at least rations for the camp.
The
カ
police
ー
here
テン
on
と連
City
動さ
Hall's
せてね
behalf
こう
too.
朝になったら勝手にこう
Minus
開け
those
てく
who
れると
came
か
here after the body was found. The governor won't let the refugees
今度し
disperse
たす
into
と
the
楽
islands,
だな
so there's a significant police presence guarding the camp. Naturally, they answer directly to the police. I have some influence here, but I'm not their direct authority.
I'm ready to take a look at the scene.
All right,
家のスマート
go
フォン
inside the
始まっ
camp
てる
and
から
find Inspector Tewkesbury. He's the officer investigating the scene. Tell him I sent you. Say you're an independent expert from City Hall. He'll
最
fill
近
in
は
the
あれ
details
だ
for you.
ね広島に
I'll
行った時
find
に
my way with words.
City
Thank you,
Hall.
Mr. Harlow.
あの
Beasts!
鍵もねスマホで開けるようにとかしようかなと思ったけど
So they keep these refugees under a bridge like proverbial
広
trolls.
島でつけてた
No
や
wonder
つ
the
は
people
結構 Amazon で
outside
買
are
った
so
安いやつだったからまあ俺はもうそれでも別によかったんだけどちゃんとしたやつ買おうかなと思ったらちゃんとしたやつは結構やっぱ高いんだねあれね
How did you get in here?
Mr. Ronald Harlow, let me in,
普通
sir.
に1万
I'm
円越
Sherlock
すから
Holmes, a
お
surveyor
なか
of
なかの
refugee
値段するん
affairs
だ
with
な
City
と思
Hall.
った
You're Inspector Tewkesbury, I presume?
A surveyor. What does that even mean?
In short, I've been sent to conduct an extensive report on the incident for the Colonial Office and to assess all the damage inflicted on state property.
Got it. Another paperworm sent to count money and get food for archive mob. Go on, look around, but don't make yourself too at home. As if I didn't have enough problems before you appeared.
Could you first tell me what happened here?
What happened? People from the bridge above the camp heard a woman screaming and saw a mass of refugees attacking a man. Clearly not a refugee. When the camp guards came by, the man was floating in the sewage canal with a knife in his chest. Bam. A murder. Big news for Cordona.
I'm sure. Thank you, Inspector. And none of the refugees were harmed?
One fellow was cut. He's lying over there near their kitchen. He's in a bad way.
You mentioned a woman screaming who attracted the bypassers on the bridge. Was she harmed?
No, she's all right, but perhaps the whole debacle started because of her. She started wailing and the refugees stood up for the girl.
And where is this young woman now?
Back there in the shacks, same as the rest of the refugees. She's been questioned by my men, but she's just some refugee girl. Can't understand much English.
Did you learn anything about the dead man?
The fellow looks like a thug. I've had dozens like him fished out of the sea over the past 20 years. Ever since these refugees arrived, there have been people on Cordona with bad blood in them. My best bet is that this thug had something against them too.
And no clue as to his identity.
He had some items on his body, but nothing to indicate who he was or where he was from.
I think I should catalogue his possessions in my records.
Go on. They're on the table near the body.
Do you have any suspects yet?
You're joking, right? I've got a whole camp full of suspects. And if you ask me, this bloke had it coming. Better bury him and forget about the whole thing. And now there's a crowd gathered at the camp, and my superiors say we must thoroughly interrogate the refugees. At least those who can understand any English.
Do you believe that your superiors wish to get rid of the refugees?
I think that both our superiors would rather keep the story quiet. Since that's an unaffordable luxury now, they're looking how to protect their public image. That's why I have to waste my time waiting for my people to turn every stone and befriend every refugee.
Here we go again. Number of hours on Cordona before stumbling upon another dead body? 0. These events have fractured into so many pieces. But I know you can collect them all, Sherlock.
Malpal, soaked with salt water. £1,000. A fair sum, especially considering British currency isn't very common in Cordona. A simple leather sheath. Perfect for a dog.
それぞれのなんかエアコンとか照明も新しい方がもっとなんか細かくうまく使えるね。俺のこの賃貸についてるエアコンがそんなに
A fresh crack, as if the crate was hit recently.
そういう何スマートなんちゃらスマートホームみたいなのにそこまで対応してないから。
Someone bled
調整とか
profusely
も
here.
ねなんかうまくいってるのかちょっとよくわかんないんだよね。つける係数は全然できるんだけど、照明もねつける係数はできるんだけど、この照明も Amazon で買った安いパナソニックのシーリングライターだけど、これもねつける係数はできるんだけど、ちょっと照明の細かい設定ができないんだよね。
Police boots. Always happy to trample evidence. A man's footprint. A heavy boot with a worn out
アレクサ
sole.
につけさせるとね、明るさ全開でつけるしかなんか設定ができなかったから、普段はちょっと少し暗めの明るさ全開だとちょっと明るすぎるから、少し暗めの状態で普段はつけてる。だからまあ結局リモコンでつけるようになっちゃったんだけど。
Oh, carnelian agate beads, a traditional African adornment.
これもまあなんか今ね、電球とかも対応してるのも増えてるらしいけど、まあちょっと高いけどね、対応してるやつは電球としても。
The blood sprayed off the blade after the strike.
まあ最近の電球そんなに変えるねこともないから。 別にいいんだろうけど。
No hint of blood or impact.
まあでも結局、
It might have been used as an improvised weapon.
リモコンとか、照明とかスイッチある系は自分でやった方が早いってことに気づきました。なのでまあそういう対応した
Someone was dragged against their will.
買う必要ないかなって感じだね。
The refugees have been detained and will not leave until all the circumstances are clarified.
そこら辺はわざわざ買う必要ないかなって感じだわ。
The cut is deep, potentially serious if not treated immediately. He is in shock, feverish, and dehydrated.
Sherry, you know first aid. Surely you have a duty to help this man. You can't leave him to certain death.
まあ来年のプライムデーでまた安くなってたら、もしかしたら今度はあれを買ってもいいかなって思ったけど、タッチパネル付きの Amazon エコー追加でなんか設定して買ってもいいかなとは若干思った。そこまで買う必要があるかちょっと微妙だけど。
Coal dust under the nails. I don't see much coal around here.
全然問題ないしね。
A steel dirk, sharp. A common accessory among sailors and soldiers.
まあでも電球は
I'd say the blade penetrated
LED の方がいい
upward.
んじゃない？
However, the wound is too messy to be
変え
certain.
る必要ないし。もう数年。
An interesting tattoo. Does it mean something?
俺のこの Amazon で買ったパナソニックのシーリングライトもさ、なんかそもそもシーリングライトだから電球を変えるっていう行為そのものがないんだけど、だからこれつかなくなったら買い替えなんだけど、照明自体でもそれでも10年持つから10年持つらしいから10年持ってこれいくらだっけ1万4000円とかじゃなかったかな。まあそもそも賃貸に照明がついてないっていう驚きがあったけどね、引っ越して引っ越す数日前に気づくっていう。内見してたのが昼間だから気づかなかったけどよくよくこうなんか引っ越しの準備で夕方ぐらいまで引っ越し先で作業してたら暗くなってきたな。電気で上見たら、はっ、ここ照明ないやんって気づいてよかったけどね。でもね、気づいてなかったら引っ越し当日に真っ暗になるみたいな状況になりかけてた。全然気づいてよかった。猫用ケージをここで組み立てててよかったけど、本当に。照明なんて今までもう賃貸についてるのそのまま使ってたからさ、そもそもつくのかつかないかも知らなかったから、そこら辺も調べないといけなかったけど、いい勉強になりました。
Heavy boots with one sole
でも
far
結
more
構簡
worn
単
than
に
the
つく
other.
んだね、照明ね。
This man was
へ
limping
って思っ
John.
た。そんな簡単につくんだ。
Violent death. But this man, limping. Coal dust. I think we're onto something here, John.
どれ？照明なんていちいち買ったことなかったからさ、ついてるんでええやろって。あ、 なるほど。これジョンのあれが来てたわ。
That will kill, not save him.
こんなものでは彼が死んでしまう。彼を助けないといけないのか。
It won't do any
役に立たない。
I'll use it to create a solution.
シャンデリアみたいなのつけてやろうかな。次買う機会があったらもうちょっとなんかいい。
Better than nothing to bandage the wound.
いいシーリングライト。まあシーリングライトはシーリングライトでいいかなと思ってる。変える必要ないし。まあ、普通の LED でももうそうそう変える必要ないんだけどさ。
I can use this to stop the infection from spreading. Nausea and stomach pain is not what he needs now.
If they find out about the passage, everything will go to hell.
Sherry, just look at this. Living quarters in a sewer. What kind of a genius bureaucrat came up with this idea?
これでいいのかな。これまだかな。あ、これまだできないんだ。あ、違うわ、これ。それぞれ持っていかないといけないのか。こういうことね。いろいろでも勉強になりましたね。
I've collected all the ingredients now to prepare the first aid
シ
solution.
ーリングライトも自分でつけたし、あとウォシュレットも自分でつけたし。あ、これをさらにやらないといけないのか。間接照明ね。あ、簡単にできるんだって今までまあやってなかったから。へーって思った。そう考えるとなんかこうね、できることが増えちゃって困っちゃうな、私。よいしょ。DIY でも始めましょうか、今度は。まあ DIY はちょっとやりたい意味はあるんだけど、でもさ、DIY ってさ、あれなんだよね。
Thank you. This should make you feel better, my friend. Now remain lying down and drink as much
結
water
局
as you
安上
can.
がりにならないっていう現実をよく分かったから。まあまあ安く上がる場合もあるんだろうけどさ、意外と安上がりにならないっていう、結局この大量生産品にかなわないっていう部分も若干あるからさ、ちょっとなっていう。棚とか自分で作ったら、ね、まあ自分好みのものはできるんだろうけど、結局この材料費とかかかるって考えると、まあどっちを取るかっていう。やりたいことが多く
If they find out about the passage,
抜け道の目的。違うんだ。まあ工具も買わないとい
if
け
they
ないし、
find
ね、
out about the
まあ、そもそも作業する場所がね、必要だよね。DIY って。家でそんな大きな音立てながら DIY なんかできないし、ね、 やっぱりこうあれだよな、一軒家持ちとか庭とかなんかそういうガレージとかがあるところじゃないと難しいよな。本格的にやろうってすると。遺体が発見されたことで野営地の出入りが厳しくなり、自分たちの計画で稼ぎを得ることができなくなる。
Nobody will know anything if you keep your bloody mouth shut.
The coppers smell fishy here, Sherry. Perhaps we should sniff around in the camp a little more thoroughly.
警官たちが心配してたのに遺体が野営地の中で何が起きた？お、これか。野営地で聞き込みをすることになった。野営地を去る前に聞き込みを終わらせるべきだ。はい。家の中でノコギリでやるのもなかなか。
Is this familiar to you?
ね。
Don't think I can help you, lad.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
大変だしな。
Don't think I can help you, lad.
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or are you just annoying these people on purpose?
変装だ。
Help me, please.
Unfortunately, my casebook is empty on this.
そうか。
Back off.
じゃないんだ。
Is this familiar to you?
Unfortunately, my casebook is empty on this.
This isn't working. You might need a different tack.
こいつらに聞かないとダメだ。こいつら聞けるのか。あ、さすがに聞ける。
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Oh, I don't know about that. Ask one of the others.
Help me, please.
Oh, I don't know about that. Ask one of the others.
Everyone's looking at us, Sherry. You sure you know what you're doing?
You still here?
これか。
Guards at the sewers were speaking about taking refugees
これ変
out
装
of
する意
the
味なかっ
camp.
た。
Do you know anything about this, Inspector?
Less than you do.
And this doesn't bother you?
I can neither punish them nor put them on the right track, if that's what you're asking. To be honest, I'm sick and tired of being...
人身売買に関わっていることに驚きはないようだ。変装する意味ないのか。
I'm busy. Don't you have papers to fill? City Hall lubberheads.
Back off.
ダメだ。
Is this familiar to you?
The law can't help you with that.
ダメか。
Could you help me?
Don't think I can help you, lad.
Oh, I am.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Call me when
The
you
law
find the
can't help
answer.
you with that.
やっぱ変装しないとダメな気がする
Can I ask you a question?
Don't think I can help you, lad.
This isn't working.
Is this
You might need a
familiar to you?
different tack.
Don't think I can help you, lad.
な。やっぱ変装した方がいいんだろうな。立場の上の人間に変装できないかな。あ、刑事の帽子。これならどうですか。刑事ですよ、こっちは。
May I ask for your assistance?
Unfortunately, my casebook is empty on this.
ダメか。
Is this familiar to you?
Oh, I don't know about that. Ask one of the others.
Time to check your who, what, and what, Sherry. Who are you asking? About what? And dressed as what?
Help me, please.
Oh, I don't know about that.
ダメなのか。かといってここから出たら多分失敗になるしな。
Oh, I don't know about that. Ask one of the others.
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or are
Can I ask you a
just
question?
annoying These people on
Unfortunately, my
purpose?
casebook is empty on this.
今から衣装を多分買いに行けないよな。
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Oh, I don't know about that. Ask one of the others.
Oh, I am bored. Call me when you find the answer.
Back off.
ちょっと待ってよ、これ。一回、ちょっとセーブして一回出て
I'm
みよう。
busy. Don't you have papers to fill?
ちょっと待って。
City Hall lubberheads.
Who isn't allowed to visit the crime scene these days?
I hope I'm not making a grave mistake in trusting you, Mr. Holmes.
Is this familiar to you?
Unfortunately, my casebook is empty on this.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, I don't know about that. Ask one of the others.
Everyone's looking at
もう
us.
野営地になる。
You sure you know what you're doing?
Murder! Beasts!
一応大丈夫なのかな。いつも間違える。
May I ask you something?
I would like to help a companion in misfortune, but I know nothing about this.
Is this familiar to you?
I like you, friend, but I can't help you.
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or are you just annoying these people on purpose?
これは話しかけられない。
Murder! Beasts!
一応離れても大丈夫っぽいな。なんか衣装を変えるところあるかな。衣装でどうにかなるのかな。こっちか。男が死んだことで金が入らなくなる。あの傷を負ってるやつに話を聞きたいけど、あれ話しかけられるのかな。ちょっととりあえず衣装の確認しよう。服屋さん。
Come closer and try some of the finest clothes for the finest citizens.
関係なさそうだな。いや、これは常になんかレンタルになってるしな。いやー、関係ない気がするな。一応借りてみるか。
Please, bring it back in time.
そもそもオスマン人なのかどうかよくわからんけど。手間なやろうと思った。警官に聞けない。まあ警官が口あるわけないやな。わざわざな。
Murder! Beasts!
まさかこの婦人か。
Could you help me?
I'm afraid I can't add anything to what you already know.
ダメか。やっぱあいつに話を聞かないといけないのかな。こいつだよな。いや、話聞けないな。八重市が去る前に聞き込みを終わらせるべきだ。こいつら口割らないから。そもそも話しかけられる人間がいないんだよね。
Is this familiar to you?
You know nothing of life. Deal with it by yourself.
Help me, please.
So you think if you have money, we should bow to your whims? No, sir.
This
isn't working.
Are you able to help me?
Need a different
You
tack.
have a job. So why don't you go back to it instead of bothering me?
ダメか、こいつなんだ？水夫かな？水夫は関係ないんだよな。八重市でしかも聞き込みだしな。あ、こいつの話聞けるな。
Help me, please.
I'm sorry, but I've never heard of that.
Help me, please.
You shouldn't have left your mansion. You won't get any answers from me.
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or are you just annoying these people on purpose?
I hope I'm not making a grave mistake in trusting you, Mr. Holmes.
男の状態を確かめる。男の死体。あれ、男の死体どこだ？これか。もしいいスーツ着てるようには見えないんだけど。
May I ask for your assistance?
Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Oh, I am bored.
Help
Call
me,
me when you
please.
find the
A
answer.
solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
一応なんか効果はあるみたいだけど。
May I ask you something?
Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others
い
might
や、
know
お
more.
前ら知ってるだろ。
Everyone's looking at us.
Could you help me?
A
You sure
solid
you
question,
know
sir,
what you're
but I
doing?
don't have the answer.
なんだろう。聞き込み。
Back off.
一旦違うのかな。どうなんだろう。これやったらでも終わっちゃいそうなんだけどな。でも八重市の入り口なんだよね。ということはこのやっぱ中なんだよな。 でも警官は誰も答えてくれないしな。警官の帽子も無理だったし、刑事の帽子でも無理だったんだもんね。一旦進めてみよう。ちょっともしかしたらなんかまたできるかもしれない。他の何かあるかもしれない。進むかもしれない。どこで見るんだこれ。よいしょ。外地に侵入した男が下水道に浮かんでおり、経済引き起こる。野営地の中心にある箱がいくつか倒れ、地面に転がっている。ここじゃないの。どこを調べ、どこを調べますか。これ見てなかった。
A furrow in the ground. A blood trail leading to or from the canal. Clearly a left handprint here. You know what? I'd like to understand.
What?
How did our dead man end up inside the camp in the first place? No, it's too short for these walls or cliffs. Sealed shut. I doubt our man could get through these grates.
ここじゃないんだ。まあ、あとはあの奥が怪しいけどな、普通に。
It's unlikely anyone could get in or out of the camp by water without alerting the police guards.
This この人に話を聞くのが一番早いんだけどな。ここにもあった。
A single Malpal butt. Roadman cigarettes. A brand highly regarded by law enforcement officers. So there wasn't any sophisticated infiltration plan. The good old police just let the man into the camp. Now we have everything we need to get the full picture of what happened at the camp.
いや、これ再現したらでも終わっちゃうな。その前にこれだな。
I'm busy. Don't you have papers to fill? City Hall lubberheads.
いや、この人に警官の格好でやっても意味なかったんだっけ。
I'm busy. Don't you have papers to fill?
誰か知らないんですか？いや、本当に。
Excuse me, just one question. Unfortunately, my casebook is empty on this.
Could you help me?
Unfortunately, my casebook is empty on this.
Everyone's looking at us, Sherry.
May I ask you something?
Know what you're
Oh,
doing.
I don't know about that. Ask one of the others.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, I don't know about that. Ask one of the others.
This isn't working. You might need a different tack.
今まで一番難しいか
Back off.
Help me, please.
Oh, I don't know about that. Ask one of the others.
やっぱ野営地の外なのか
Who isn't allowed to visit the crime scene these days?
Could you help me?
Unfortunately, my casebook is
な
empty
誰
on
か
this.
知らないですか
Everyone's looking at us, Sherry. You sure you know?
May I ask you something?
Oh, I don't know about that. Ask one of the others.
こんな違うってこと
May
な
I
いよ
ask you something?
I would be willing to talk to you only when your shift is over. You see?
This isn't working. You might
Could
need a
you help
different
me?
tack.
I'd rather you stop asking questions.
May I ask you something?
Why don't you go ask other coppers?
This
まあ
isn't
そうだよ
working.
ね
You might need a different tack.
見てこれ声がするのに人がいなくなった大丈夫かよこれあ人が出てきたバグり散らかしてる衣装ないもんなちょっと衣装が近いファストトラベルないか衣装が近いファストトラベルどれも遠いな。ここが一番近いか。もう一回衣装屋さん確認しよう。何かないのか。
Don't pass by. Let's pick something that suits you.
最高級集中力3万いやーでもさ基本的にミッションで使う気はレンタルできるはずなんだよなスイフなのかな王族の服ここら辺はないなこれとかもだってあれだもんねミッションで使うからレンタルになってるからさ基本的に使うやつはレンタルできるはずなんだよこれ借りれないしね買って試してみるのもなんか惜しいぐらいだもんな60から結構高いもんな警官のパーセンテージが一番高くなるやつにしようないなこれやっても4分の1しかいかないしな意味ないな
Be careful with what you've taken. Let's pick something that suits you. Don't leave. Take one more look.
セーフに聞いてみるか。あれ、事件現場どこだっけ？こっちか。そこの、あれどこだっけ？あっちか。いや、さすがにな。はい、いなくなってるし。ランダムなのか、出現は。
Could you help me?
I'm sorry, I can't help you.
ダメですね。
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, sir, I'm afraid I don't know about that.
Oh, I am bored. Call me when you find the answer.
先にここちょっとやってみるか。どうなんだろうな。これでもうダメだったらもう仕方ないな。事件の全容がいまいちよく分かってないけど。普通に。いや、納得はしてなかっただろうな。無理やり女を買ってて、それに怒った、守ったわけじゃないな、多分な。怒った夫が襲ってきたのを返り討ちにして、で、守ったわけはないよな。女を突き飛ばした。さらに誰かやってきた。どういう状況だ？登場人物が多いな。無理やり連れてったのを難民がこう、あれか、反撃し始めたってことか。で、男は逃げようとしたけど、難民に追われて、殺されたのかな、普通。
You're not even trying,
どっかが違
Sherry.
うね。
Concentrate.
この辺は合ってる気がするんだよな。守ったって描写は違うだろうな。
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
これで揉み合った形跡はないもんな。普通に走ってたんだな。走って逃げて追いかけてた。ここでこけたのかな。
You're not even trying, Sherry.
違う。
Concentrate.
蹴飛ばされたというより自分で落ちちゃったのかな。じゃあ。そういうことか。
So, we have a thug who came to take a refugee woman with him. She resisted, but he dragged her by force. One of the refugees stood in his way, armed with a stick, yet he could do nothing against a cutthroat with a blade. The man didn't anticipate that the other refugees would intervene and stand against him. In the confusion, the woman managed to break free. The thug took fright and fled. He was stopped by the falling crates. He stumbled and fell, piercing his chest with his own blade. However, the wound didn't cause instant death. He managed to stand, but still bleeding, he lost his balance on the bridge and fell. Before all of this, the man had freely entered the camp through the main entrance. The police admitted him after they had a short smoke together.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword. In our man's case, it's the same sword.
これで話してしまうと終わっちゃうから、ここを突き止めないといけない。突き止められるかな。
Mr. Harlow,
あ、間違えた。あ、間違えた。
What? Pray tell me what you've learned.
All right, listen carefully. This might solve one problem for you, but will create a few more.
Oh, well, that's a great start.
The man came to the camp intending to kidnap one of your refugees, a woman. What he didn't expect was that the refugees would stand up to protect the woman. A brawl had broken out. In the chaos of it, the man stumbled over those crates and fell on his own blade.
How do you know he fell on his own blade?
The wound in his chest was inflicted from an unusual angle. It was not an offensive stab, shall we say. The refugees didn't touch him. And judging by the blood at the scene, the intruder managed to raise himself but was unable to walk very far. He ultimately fell into the canal.
But how did he sneak into the camp? Why didn't the police see him?
And this is where your new problems emerge, Mr. Harlow.
What do you mean?
You're not a dull-witted man. You know what I mean. There is no feasible way to get into the camp without the police guards knowing of it.
The pile of mess I had to sort out has just become bigger. Meanwhile, I'll make sure the police aren't detaining the refugees any longer. You can go back in and look for your witness.
You think one small clerk can make any difference in this place?
Who knows, John? Just one ill-fitting cog could make the whole machine crumble.
これで話しかけたらいけるんだ。ああ、よかった。なるほど。これで難民に話しかけ、あ、なるほど、なるほど。これで、あれあ、こっちにいるのか。
You're the one who tended to our man's wounds. I thank you greatly. The police didn't allow us to help him.
The police will leave you alone now. I've proven to them that the man who came into the camp died due to his own foolishness.
Thank you for standing up for us. But nobody would help us without a reason. You're here because you...
Yes, I do.
The dead man came for her too. He wanted to take the girl away, but we won't allow her to be hurt again. What do you want from Nayla?
Nayla. She was hurt some time ago. I'm here to find the people who did this and bring them to justice. And to find them, I need Nayla's help. Will you let me speak to her?
Justice. There's no justice on this land. But...
ああ、いやいやいや、そうじゃなくて先に。
Hello, Nayla?
なんとかなるかな、大丈夫。
My name is Sherlock. I know someone hurt you. I am here to help. I'm trying to find the people involved and bring them to justice. Please. There is a photograph, and I'm sorry, it is terrible, but I simply must ask. Where did this happen? What can you tell me about these people? Christ, Sherlock. Nayla, I'm sorry. I'm not very good at this.
You come here for me, but you are rude and cruel and condescending. A cross. The man had this cross. Now go away. Leave us be. I do not need another white man's help.
Oh, glad that wasn't me.
Not my best work, John, by a long shot. Nayla doesn't want us meddling. I'm starting to wonder what this all achieves.
But she helped you anyway. Now we know that maniac's face and the cross he wore, we can still catch him.
At least some of your kind have a hat. Thank you again. At least some of your kind have a hat. Thank you again.
あれ？あ、彼らにも話を聞けるようになってる。これ？
Could you help me?
They often take us from the camps to work. Most don't mind, though. It's the only way we get a glimpse of freedom.
これだ。ナミたちはいかがしい人間たちがよく野営地を現れ、様々な仕事をさせるためナミたちを連れていくという。仕事を大抵獲得のものがナミたちは賃金と食料を得ることができるという。おそらく乱暴された少女は仕事のため連れて行かれたのだろう。それ以外ナミたちは女性が連れて行かれることを拒否することにした。
So there's a smuggling ring in the camp. This wasn't the first time that someone freely entered the camp to take a refugee out.
At least it was certainly his last time. My gut tells me that we'll learn more about this ring when we find out where the thug came from.
ネズミがそれを突き止めるための鍵になるかもしれない。ついでに記憶の迷宮やった。おお、増えたね。これもう適当だから。とりあえず全部やっとけばいいっていう。写真を探していた。ただの泥棒ではギャングの手先。あんまし記憶の影響は考える必要ないからな。写真を探していた。交換本、政府の交換。これ調べてみないといけない。
Could you help me?
Sorry. We don't see much here.
この辺りでは見ない。
Can I ask you a question?
Sorry. We don't see much here.
Time to check your who, what, and what, Sherry. Who are you asking? About what, and dressed as what?
I owe you a lot, Mr. Holmes.
You still here?
こいつに聞けばいいのかな。これ。
The intruder has a most peculiar tattoo on his neck, 2 lines and a point. Do you know anything about it?
You really want to know, kid? Why? You want to play a policeman or something?
I'm sure you have it in your records, so it won't hurt if I have it in mine.
In my records, it's just a tattoo, as it should be in yours. Ah, to hell with you. Suit yourself as to what you're going to do with it. Off the record, though, such tattoos are often connected to a man named Mr. Niccolo Bernadotti.
Bernadotti, you say?
A respectable businessman in Scalario. His company imports goods and wines, and smuggles everything that can be smuggled between the colonies and the mainland. His people can be identified by an obscure tattoo, just like the one over there our friend has. But these are all merely rumors, you see. If Mr. Bernadotti was a criminal, he'd be in prison now. Or hanged.
仲間の印みたいな感じか。これも調べてみないといけないんだね。OK。入れ墨とスケッチ。市役所かな。あ、まだ出れない。よしよし。これでも物語の終わりに向かってるように見えないんだよな。
Have you found anything helpful?
まだなんか続きそうだな。さっさと終わるかなって思ったんだけど。まず入れ墨から調べますか。役に。職業。時代。 係ないな。スカラディオか。あ、来たわ。ベルナドッティ株式会社概要。スカラディオ地区バザー街道、ローマ街道の交差点。アフリカ植民地ところなどを含めた、品物の輸送。輸入品は食品、ワイン、コーヒー、日用品と。まあまあ、概要だね。そんなに調べなくていいか。で、傍観者もそう、あれだ、同じだな。これも同じのできたな。トマス・ノートン。ロンドンで生まれるオックスフォード。いや、偉いな。すごいな、賢いな。コルドナの英国公使に任命、市役所に執務室を与えられる。はあ。トマス・ノートン。これはあれに聞いてみればいいかな。この人に聞いてみればいいかな。
Have you found anything helpful?
違うのか。このマークはあれだよね。関係者に聞くだよね。確かね。そうだよね。事件の関係者か。ついでにこれも。スカラディオの、南東、バザー街道。ローマ街道との交差点。ローマ街道。ここか。で、関係者に聞けと。行ったり来たりさせてくれるね。市役所だからまあ普通に職員だから、さっきの市役所職員に聞けばいいのかな。
No, sir. Now the rules for coming in have become much more stringent. So, reap the benefits.
じゃああの人どこ行ったんだ。あら。あの人に聞きたかったんだけど、市役所にいるのかな。あれ？封鎖されちゃったな。あいついる？あいつどこにいるんだろう。
Is this familiar to you?
Please, don't get angry, sir. But I know nothing about this, I swear to you.
怒りませんよ、そんないちいち。開いてない。普通に市役所職員に聞けばいいんじゃないのかな。開いてないな。あら、これ誰に聞けばいいんだろう。いや、これは違うわ。こっちは、あ、じゃあこっちか。いいのか。市役所に執務室。
Are you able to help me?
I'd tell you if I knew, but unfortunately, I don't.
まあ、そりゃそうだろうな。あれ、この人に聞くんじゃないの。
Have you found anything helpful?
May I ask for your assistance?
Please, don't get angry, sir. But I know nothing about this, I swear to you.
まあ先にじゃあこっちやるか。事件の関係者に聞かないといけないから、普通の人に、周りの人に聞いても意味ないんだよね。そもそも。しょうがないな。あ、ファストトラベルポイントがないわ。 いう位置に入れないからしょうがないな。走るねー。スカラディオの本屋。交差点の近くどこだ。あ、これかな。これ違うか。違う。これか。こいつ？
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Don't be angry with me, sir, but I don't know.
違うな、出ないもん。ベルナドッティ株式会社。ベルナドッティ株式会社。これ？この本。あ、違う、これ教会だ。梅津顔図のなり方。あ、警官がいるな。関係ない。バザー街道、あ、バザー街道にあり、交差点の近くだな。こっちじゃない。そもそもバザー街道にあるな。でもバザー街道だからこっちだな。バザー街道。ここら辺のはずなんだけど。あ、これだ。
It seems they're not expecting guests.
I won't wait for an invitation, John.
入り口を見つけよう。見つけました。
These workers don't look like your average Cordona folk.
They're refugees from the camp. Porcelain friend for every child.
普通に入っていっても何にも言われないんだな。
This earthenware came a long way from the Staffordshire potteries.
あ、思いっきりギャングがいるけど。思いっきり普通の会社じゃないな。
Shipped from Cape Town. The wine route from colony to colonies. Do you know anything about this?
Sorry, we don't see much here.
これは
That's our way in, Sherry.
Hey, yo. This is private property. You lost something.
I'm here to discuss business with Mr. Bernadotti. I tried the front door, but...
Mr. Bernadotti isn't seeing anyone. You have 3 seconds to walk away or you'll never walk again. Capito?
It's in Mr. Bernadotti's best interest to...
1...
Listen, the man Bernadotti sent to...
2...
I did try to resolve this peacefully.
平和的に解決したかったんだけどな。いた。やっぱピストル当たるな。
I couldn't miss the party.
ピストルが一番避けにくいな。
Don't cry, you'll live. Take a rest, my friend.
The snuff's ready. Give him the pepper snuff.
Too simple.
The snuff's ready.
でもう一度、あ、そうか。先に走行どうにか関係ないのか。
He's all yours now.
ピストルが一番厄介だ。
Take a rest, my friend.
意外とピンチ。
Don't cry, you'll live.
Time to knock this guy out.
I couldn't miss the party. I'm coming for you.
Give him the pepper snuff.
ショットガンも強くないけど。ナイフが一番めんどくさい。
Snuff's ready.
No more crime for you.
Give him the pepper snuff.
パワー系探偵。こんにちは、パワー系探偵です。ここ調べんの？
Sherry, look.
これか。
This seems familiar.
No, sir. Don't hurt me.
It's all right. I won't harm you.
Like you didn't harm the folks on the way here?
Can I ask you a question?
Sorry, we don't see much here.
ダメか。
An amazing piece of culture. I imagine many collectors and museums would be interested in having it.
ありましたね。
Let's see what's hidden there. Vogel's stolen painting. Isn't it curious how it developed into a much more interesting case? A Dogon statue from West Africa.
竜の樹。へえ。
A century old at least.
後ろでなんか難民が怖
Masks,
がってる。
traditional for the Chokwe people of Central
難民
Africa.
野営地。難民だったっけ？
VH Grindley Flow Blue Tableware. This is what lies behind the facade of Bernadotte Company Limited.
違う、これじゃない。あとまだなんかあるかな。こっち巻くじゃん。
Don't come any closer. One step and I'll shred you to pieces.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Righto. Yes. Yep. Well, excuse me, sir. I think I hear... I've got to... It's better I leave.
Whoa. Oh, wow. That was as if somebody put my words in your mouth.
さっきのやつ逃げたけど思いっきり。こんな強行突破してよかったのかな。
I suppose it's Mr. Bernadotte with our fine governor.
もっとなんかスマートな入り方もあるんだろうな。
1875. It's taken a few years back.
変装すると。
John, how many people in Cordona have a photograph with the governor, do you think?
You definitely don't have one.
Please don't shoot me. I have a family.
いや、やばいな。俺、なんか、普通の殺人鬼になってしまったな。
Spare me. Spare me. Spare me.
So, you've cut through all the guards just to talk to me. Then come here. We shall talk.
少女の写真。
Whenever you're ready. I'd hate to intrude.
パワー系探偵がやってしまいましたね。ギャングの入れ墨。他の入れ墨と異なる。汚れ仕事意図はない。ペラグラ。ペラグラって何？気候。ギャングの辛辣な指導者、計算高い実が危険と自信に満ち溢れている。危険に備えて銃を近くに置いているが、今のところ欲しさに収めている。労働者階級に生まれた貧しい家庭で育った小さい頃から現場で働かざるを得なかった。栄養失調によりペラグラの症状に苦しむこととなった。服や格好は保守的。厳重に構成された秘密犯罪組織での異なる地位を表す暗号。こっちかな。こっちでしょ。
Bad news. The thug you sent to the refugee camp only succeeded in stabbing himself. His next and final journey will be to the morgue.
Hold your horses. Who the hell are you?
Sherlock Holmes. And you are Niccolo Bernadotti, a smuggler, kidnapper, and notorious cutthroat, among other things.
Few men would dare waltz into my office and address me like that. You are either overconfident or unintelligent. This is private property. Give me one reason why I should not shoot you on the spot. I am sure my friends at the station would call it self-defense.
Mr. Bernadotti, do you know the name Boniface Mercurio?
I do not.
Mercurio was a local artist. Recently, a man broke into his apartment, ransacked the place, and killed him. The thief was looking for something.
You are testing my patience, boy.
In a moment, the connection will... As I said, your man was found dead in the refugee camp. He was there to kidnap a woman, but the other refugees intervened to try and save her. The ensuing scuffle resulted in the man's accidental suicide. He sported the same tattoo as your men in this building. In fact, it also bears a resemblance to the one on your neck. Care to explain what business your man had with this woman?
You have no idea what you are talking about. I can assure you this was no kidnapping. The refugees in the camp are on edge. What happened there is a tragic accident, one I am not responsible for.
For what reason was your man there if not to abduct her?
Why would I answer? You are yet to justify your presence in the slightest.
I was hired, privately, to investigate the recent theft of a painting from an art gallery. My investigation led me to a man from your organization, and thus, to you, Mr. Bernadotti.
That is quite a stretch. Why would I need to steal a painting when I could buy anyone I wanted?
Interestingly enough, I spotted the stolen painting in your storeroom.
I buy and sell a lot of things, Mr. Holmes. Unfortunately, if this is true, it is not the first time I have been sold stolen merchandise. I presume you were hired by the owner of the gallery. Tell them to contact me, and we'll sort out the situation. So, this painting is why you broke into my office. So many words, so little action. When you barged into my office, Mr. Holmes, I got the impression you wanted to talk business. Now I see you had come just to talk. Tell me exactly what you want, or get out.
It was necessary groundwork for what comes next. I have enough evidence to conclude that the gallery thief, the artist's killer, and the dead man in the camp are all the same person.
Your time is almost up, Mr. Holmes.
Before you draw your gun, there is one final detail I am yet to mention. The young woman your man was tasked to collect from the refugee camp had been defiled at a perverse masquerade party. That violation was captured in a photograph by Boniface Mercurio and used as a reference for his painting. The photo shows the attacker's face.
Finally. That's why you're here, Mr. Holmes. You have the photograph.
It is what your man was after when he broke into Mercurio's apartment, and it is what you're after too, isn't it, Mr. Bernadotte?
You have the photograph with you. How much do you want for it?
I am not naive enough to carry it with me, but I am yet to decide what I shall do with it. I know the man in the photo is a British envoy. What interest do you have in his downfall?
I must admit, I'm rather impressed by how comprehensively you have pursued this matter. And so, you deserve the honest answer. My business dealings are often arduous in their bureaucracy. A man in his position, willing to look the other way, could ease my work significantly. In return, I will make sure no one looks his way either. A favor for a favor.
Also known as blackmail, the modus operandi of any true professional.
It was not originally my idea. Mercurio set things in motion, extorting the envoy for the most trivial of ends. Money. In response, the envoy hired my man to retrieve the painting and the photograph, eliminating Mercurio's leverage. I only learned the whole story after the artist was killed in his home.
And rather than extricate yourself, instead you took over Mercurio's venture.
It fell into my lap. As a businessman, I simply seized the opportunity. Now, how much do you want for the image?
I could not help but appreciate the collection of smuggled artifacts in your storeroom. You have rather diversified your business.
Oh, high and mighty of you, Mr. Holmes. Not all smuggling is immoral. I pay generous rates to developing cultures and spread their culture to eager buyers. And furthermore, I supply many immigrants with a taste of home.
A very convenient way of thinking.
I have traveled wildly, Mr. Holmes. I've seen people in far-flung lands for whom my services are a lifeline. Without them, they would starve. The tax on cargo is often so absurd that it would be more profitable to simply sink your ship than dock it in the harbor. And trust me, I am speaking from experience.
Why did you send your man to remove the woman from the camp?
Without a photograph, her testimony was the next best thing. Securing her was in everyone's interest. Victims and witnesses all too often disappear. I thought the girl was safer with us. I did not anticipate what would happen at the camp.
I saw refugees from the camp at your warehouse. They work for you.
I have made certain arrangements with City Hall and the police.
And how much do you save by capitalizing on their cheap labor?
I have heard no complaints. They seem happy just to get out of that slum.
Why should I give you the photograph?
Just name your price.
What if my price were not money? You claim to have connections, Mr. Bernadotte. Perhaps you could improve conditions for the refugees. Give them a chance for a better life.
Ha! I do have connections, Mr. Holmes, but help the whole camp? You are asking too much. I could, however, make arrangements for one person. The woman who was violated will have her own home outside the camp, solely for her and her child. She will no longer be a refugee, but a princess. That I can guarantee.
Is that really possible?
It will be neither fast nor easy, but I can do it. She deserves it, don't you agree? And as for her abuser, he will serve me, as much as he deserves.
So in your plan, everybody will be given their due. Especially you, Mr. Bernadotte.
Seems like a fair deal, no? I doubt anyone could offer you better. Simply give me the photograph, and the world becomes a better place. I give you my word.
What makes you think you can decide what's best for these people?
Such is the arrogance of British imperialism. I take your point.
あれこれもう糾弾するのかな。さすがにまだか。うわぁ。無慈悲な正義。予想外の協力者。どっちがいいかな。彼の提案には納得がいる。真に重要なのはネイラとその子供の生活を保障すること。報酬卑劣な人物でベルナドッティをこの忌々しい状況を利用しようとしている。どちらも信用できない。オーゲルにこの絵がなんかなこの絵がなこれができてないんだよな俺な。ちょっと待ってよ。こいつに話か。いやーちょっと待ってよ。
I need some time. If you
これ誰に話聞けばいいんだ？
The front door's now open, sir. You can leave through it. If you want, of course. Bernadotte Limited will always look forward to your visits.
これ誰に話聞けばいいんだ？トーマスノート。市役所以外にないと思うんだけどな。事件の関係者。
Have you found anything helpful?
あの市役所のあいつはどこ行ったんだ？あいつに話聞きたいんだけどな。あいつがいないんだよね。あいつがいないから話を聞けないんだよ。こいつか？
If you're here on matters of signing up for military service, come back tomorrow. Our department needs...
これなんかでもサイドクエストの匂いがする。くたびれた抜傷医。仕事ではなく悪行や酒にご乱心。恐ろしい過去の記憶を忘れ去られた。何それ、そんなん考察できるか。不眠症。これでいいんじゃない？遊びに。
Why are you staring at me like I'm a Madame Tussauds figure?
On my way here, I was wondering whether you might regret what you did. I tried my best to retain at least a shred of faith in humanity. I had hoped that you would hear her scream, see her face in your dreams, or at least once ask yourself how Naylor might feel.
Who?
Neither of my hopes were fulfilled.
Why are you here?
写真を見せるでいいのかな
Do you recognize this man?
これでいいのか
We definitely look alike. But you have the wrong person.
Really? Then you won't mind if I pass this along to the newspaper.
こいつなのか
All right.
なるほどね
All right. Is this about money, as you said in the letter? What kind of sum are we talking about?
I've never written a single word to you. Bribery, not my style.
So, that letter, it wasn't from you?
Well, it appears that more and more people in the city are finding out about your despicable hobby, doesn't it? You're in the clutches of justice, and very soon they will squeeze you. It's in your best interest to cooperate.
Fine. I suppose now we have a nice long talk. Do you drink, Mr.
Sherlock Holmes. And I do not.
Shame. All the best discussions are accompanied by a glass of whiskey. But out of respect for you, I won't drink either.
Respect? That's an unusual word in your mouth, Mr.
Where are my manners? My name is Thomas Norton, a British envoy in Cordona on a military mission. So, where do we start?
You mentioned blackmail. Tell me about it.
All right. A couple of days ago, I received an anonymous letter. It said that in the art gallery at Caravansary there exists a painting that incriminates me. The blackmailer made it clear that if there is a painting, then a photograph exists too. And I should be wary of what it might do to my reputation.
What does the blackmailer want from you?
Money, of course. What else do such people want? Needless to say, I don't remember anyone taking photographs at the party. Up until the last moment, I hoped he was bluffing. But he wasn't, as you've just proven to me.
Show me the letter.
I burnt it as soon as I read it. I've left enough evidence. There's no need for any more.
So, let's return to the beginning. What happened at the party?
I vaguely remember that night. As usual at such parties, you meet people, you talk with them, they invite you to spend some time alone with them. What can I say? I got myself mixed up with the wrong company, and somebody must have mixed some psychoactive substance in my drink. After that, it's all blurry. I completely lost my sanity. I made a terrible mistake which I regret deeply.
You don't say. Do refugee girls often appear on the menu at those types of parties?
It's rather rare.
So you didn't attend the party to engage in an exotic experience involving a vulnerable woman unable to accuse you of assault?
I would never have planned such a terrible thing. What happened was just bad circumstance.
The painting that depicted you in the image of the devil was stolen by a mercenary. Did you have anything to do with it?
I might be a rotten person, sir, but hiring criminals for illicit purposes is not in my daily schedule.
And buying the painting in an attempt to hide the crime, is that on your daily schedule?
What would you do in my situation?
I would never put myself in such a situation.
You're young. I could never have imagined myself in my current position, yet here I am in front of you. We all make mistakes, Mr. Holmes, and I'm no exception.
Boniface Mercurio, does the name mean anything to you?
He's an artist, right?
The one responsible for the painting that compromises you. I found him dead in his room.
Oh, that is bad. Wait, you don't think that I have anything to do with this?
You had motive to kill him.
Maybe I did, but listen. I know how this looks, but murder? That's on another level. I had thoughts that this Mercutio...
Mercurio?
Well, him, yes. I thought he could have been the blackmailer. But I was too afraid to make any hasty decisions. There were plenty of ways to fail by making a move, so I chose to wait. To see what he would do next. You have to believe me.
I don't believe people, I believe evidence.
Then look at the evidence. Mr. Holmes, I've built my entire career on hard work and uncompromising dedication to the Crown. I made a mistake, but I'm not a villain from some cheap adventure fiction. By putting me behind bars, you will benefit precisely no one.
Rotting in prison is the least you deserve, but I have a better idea. You will make amends and help the ones you hurt.
難民たちを助けるだな。
Use your connections to help patriate the refugees, find them decent homes, give them jobs. There must be a meaning to your position and my decision.
Yes, all right, I can do that. So, will you give me the photograph now?
That's not all. Naylor deserves the very utmost of what you can do.
Help the girl? I can't risk the press paying extra attention to her. I will do anything except that.
I need to think this all through. Don't do anything foolish in the meantime.
What makes you think you can decide what's
なる
best
ほ
for
どね。
these people?
これでさらにこれで全部の証拠が集まるな。なるほど。なるほどね。いやー、どれがいいのかな。トマスノートに非道の行いはとても許されるものではない。だが彼に正義を下すためとはいえ、他の人間の自由を犠牲にすることはできない。難民たちの市民権。いや、難しいな、これは。これの何が嫌ってね、この絵がな、信用ならないんだよな。ボーゲルのこの顔が。いやー、あそこのギャングにはとりあえずなんか協力したくないんだよな。必要枠ね。ギャングにはな、協力したくないよな。でもこれもな。いや、難民の市民権はな、いいんだけど。いや、悪は絶対許さないマンになろうかな。無慈悲な正義にしようかな。これがこのゲームのあれだよね。難しいところだよな。わざと悪を裁かないってですね。ホームズ、シャーロック・ホームズだったら、どの選択肢、まあ一番多いのは、トーマスを見逃して市民権を得させるっていうのが一番ぽいんだけど、シャーロック・ホームズとしてはそういうなんか必要悪もいるだろうみたいななんか考え方もなんか、このゲームのシャーロック、今までのね、このゲームのシャーロック・ホームズだとあるあるだからさ。あ、これもあるのか。これが信用できるのかどうかっていうのを聞くことができるのかな。
Have you found anything helpful?
これ難民たちに聞けないのかな。あそこまだ入れないのかな。また 閉まってるよね。これ誰に聞けばいいんだ？
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more.
これもうでも結論を出しちゃってるから。他のやつに聞いてもあれだよね。ちょっと待ってよ。誰に聞けばいいんだ？何かこう全部がうまくまとまる結論がないかな。この証言が本当に実行されるのかどうか。
Have you thought it all through?
Not yet.
これじゃないな。関係者。大家さんに聞いて意味があるのかな。いやー、なんかこう、すべての証拠と証言を集めて決めたいけど、これは誰に聞けばいいんだ。
You're acting so strange today, dear. I hope someday you'll let me inside that head of yours.
ネイラに聞きたいけどな。あと事件の関係者っつったら、あれ美術館ってどこだっけ？あ、ここか。これで証言出なかったらもうあとわからないな。関係者、事件の関係者。
Mr. Holmes, you've returned.
こいつも
You
な、信用
uncovered
ならないん
anything
だよ
new
な。
about the theft?
いや、聞けないか。
Not yet, Mr. Vogel. Mr. Holmes. Not yet.
BGM がそもそも不穏だしな。これ誰に聞けばいいんだろう。いや、違うか。これはもうあれか。結論のあれなだけで別に誰かに聞いても意味ないのか。そうだよな。あ、手がかりをすべて発見したって出てるか。いや、どうしようかな。いや、ボーゲルもなかなか信用できないけどな。必要悪な。いやー、無慈悲な正義でいこう。もう。あえて、ちょっと、このボーゲルがちょっと気になりすぎるから。こいつだって一番初めから出てきてるから、もう、俺の中でこう、モリアーティ説がめちゃくちゃでかいんだけど。あえてやってみようかな。
Mr. Holmes, you've returned. Have you uncovered anything new about the theft?
ボーゲルに渡そう。
I've brought news, but not all of it will please you.
Fill me in, Mr. Holmes. I won't shoot the messenger.
I located the thief, but found him rather cold. He was tight-lipped about the painting, too.
Huh, he's dead. How very droll, Mr. Holmes. One presumes you were not responsible.
It was an accident at the refugee camp. He impaled himself on his own knife.
Life is nothing if not cruel and capricious.
I tracked down Boniface Mercurio.
I presume he wasn't delighted about the situation.
He was not having a good day on account of his murder. Killed in his own flat by the same person that stole his painting.
Oh, sweet Mercurio. Perishing in the pursuit of his art. How apt. I will miss his exceptional sense of humor. What about the stolen painting? Have you located it?
I found the painting, but I could not retrieve it.
Well then, where is it?
In Bernadotti's office.
Bernadotti? That shady businessman? Why would he steal it from me?
I'm afraid you'll have to ask him yourself.
I take it you found something more then.
I found the source of Mercurio's artistic inspiration. A photograph. What troubled me was that the sexual act captured was non-consensual.
She was violated? Dear God, how despicable.
Her abuser was in fact the British envoy. Mercurio took a picture of him committing the atrocity and then used it as artistic inspiration.
I had no idea a mere break-in would eventually expose such barbarity.
Mr. Vogel, I want you to make everything public, including the photograph. I'm sure you have a connection at the Cordona Chronicle.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Loyal to your own truth till the end. Yes, I'm acquainted with the staff of the Chronicle. The story is sensational, and will surely draw attention to the gallery. But you must be aware that exposing the scandal will further hurt the victim. Does that not bother you?
No matter what one does, the truth tends to come out, as well it should. I won't be the one to stand in its way.
Though it's only your subjective truth being exposed. Not that I'm judging. It's perfectly reasonable for everyone to have their own views.
When you called me, you knew exactly what you would get.
Oh, but I'm not like you, Mr. Holmes. I cannot be sure of anything. Regardless, I must thank you, for art's sake. Well, now that we've resolved all of our outstanding matters, I have a gift for you. I took the liberty of having it delivered to Stonewood Manor. I am told it belonged to your mother.
And what exactly have you sent me?
Frankly, I'm not sure how to answer that. I trust you'll know.
Previously, you mentioned there may have been more to my mother's passing than consumption. It appears you were right.
Oh dear, I'd hoped to be wrong.
She was unstable, mentally unwell. She required sustained specialized treatment, but her madness persisted.
I knew that Violet had disappeared from the public eye, but had no idea of her suffering. I cannot imagine what you're feeling.
I'm fine. Thank you, Mr. Vogel. I am curious to see what you have procured.
ああ、まあでも報酬高いからな。結末はなんかそれぞれあるんだけどさ。あ、もうでもこれで終わりなのか。結末はなんかそれぞれあるんだけど、若干報酬が違ったりするんだよな。もしかしたらまあ別の結末の方が報酬高い場合があるのかもしれない。報酬高いやつは大体いいんだけど。
Mr. Sherlock Holmes, I presume.
Correct. With whom do I have the pleasure?
Emilio Estevaux. Happy to make your acquaintance. I am here on behalf of Mycroft, your brother. He's on his way to Cordona. In the meantime, he requests your assistance with a sensitive matter. My orders are to provide you with the details.
You have my attention, Mr. Estevaux.
Mark Ridley, the son of General Arthur Ridley, is being blackmailed. Suffice to say, the compromising material is of a delicate nature. The matter is of no small importance to the Crown, especially given the status quo on Cordona.
What about the status quo?
The Ottoman population holds a certain animosity towards the colonial rule. It's been this way since we took over the island. General Ridley made concessions with their leaders, but I'm afraid we are still teetering on the edge of open hostility.
What does Mycroft want me to do? Retrieve the blackmail material?
No, sir, nothing of the sort.
旧市街の
Mark Ridley is meeting the blackmailer atop the old city bridge tower. You shall observe from a distance, then establish the blackmailer's identity.
距離を取って干渉を行い、脅迫者の正体を突き止めてください。
We'll handle it from there.
Saving the best for yourself? Fine.
There's a cafe just over the bridge that provides a good vantage point.
橋を越えた時に喫茶
Please
店がある
report
いい
to
監
me
視
when
場
you
所
are
にな
done.
るでしょう。
I'll be waiting
こ
for
こで
you
待ってますから
here.
終わったら
And
私、こ
remember,
れ完全にサイドクエストだな。やるけど。スカラディオ地区、オールドシティブリッジ。これだよな。違う。オールドシティブリッジ、これか。オールドシティブリッジ、西側にあるプリズムロードカフェテラス。プリズムロードカフェのテラス席。しょうがないな。しょうがないな。それではちょっとジャケット終わらせて、贈り物を見に行かないといけない。これだ。プリズムロードカフェ。
Here, grab a seat.
こいつだな。
You even brought a book, huh?
May I have? Same as always.
You just don't give up, do you?
Oh, come on, let's get closer. We can't see anything from here.
No, too early.
So we're just going to sit here all day?
Patience, John. I have a feeling this is more than simple blackmail. We'll be close when the blackmailer leaves, and then...
Go!
死んだな。
Oh, not a pretty sight, this. Head trauma, fatal. Gravity is cruel like that.
What's happened?
A rather frivolous accessory for a military man. Shame it's all bloody now. He was stabbed several times before he fell. The shape of the wounds suggests a curved blade. The knife is missing. A key, and where there's a key, there's a lock.
It's almost like he's dancing.
Dancing the dance macabre.
No signs of life, no pulse. I'm declaring Corporal Ridley dead.
緑五丁死んだ。
Please move along. The police are on their way. Everything's under control.
Is it now? The General's own son has fallen out of the tower, and not without help, it seems. I need to inspect the scene, and quickly.
The corporal? He ordered me not to let anyone inside without telling him.
いやいや、目の前で死んでるよ。何こいつ。何も見えてない。どういうこと？
A brief examination of the body was enough for me to conclude that he was murdered by a blade of Ottoman origin.
You can't possibly be so certain.
Oh, I can be. The corporal suffered deep stab wounds which were inflicted with great force. They were made by a knife meant for cutting, not stabbing. A curved blade, such as an Ottoman jambir or a Gurkha kukri. I haven't seen any Gurkhas on the island, so the conclusion is quite obvious.
Amazing. You do seem more than competent.
Okay.
Did you see anything suspicious?
No, sir, nothing. Corporal Ridley had to attend to some private matters upstairs. No one went in, no one came out. Oh, but that means the killer is still inside. Are you sure you want to go in alone?
I'm not alone. I have my friend with me.
Your friend? You mean your gun? There's no one at...
Never mind, I'll be fine.
The killer's gone. Vanished into thin air.
血がついてますね。
This cigarette is still smouldering.
泥の跡、汗の匂い。この
You
中にいた
smell
の
the
か。
body odor, John. Someone's been hiding in here. Someone sweaty.
Unless it's a laundry chest. But then it's a different mystery altogether. The case of the vanishing sweaty pantaloons.
お前と彼女の関係を全て知っている旧市街の端島なのかな、なんて読むんだろう。ことを公にされたくなければ100万ギル。
Exactly 100 man gears.
100万ギル。
The killer didn't touch them.
100万ギルって、お札こんだけなの。単位がでかいな。1枚の単位がでかいな。この1億ジンバブエドル札みたいな。
Gonna join the Navy after all. That made Mycroft so happy, you know.
もらっちゃった。あ、海軍商法のせい。へえ。
John.
あ、あった。
This blade is a naval officer's dirk, sharp and well cared for. The edge is covered with blood, but the tip is clean.
これで持ってた、どうなんだろう。持ってたっていうより奪ったっていう方が正しい気がする。
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
違うか。こっちが違うってことありえる。
You're not even
違う。
trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
やっぱりあれだよね。持ってたんだろうな。こっちじゃないかな。こうか。
You're not even
違う。
trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
普通に落とされただけか。すでに刺されてたのかな。
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
何かが違いますね。反撃したか。
Ridley was attacked by his blackmailer, but before being pushed out the window, Ridley managed to wound him. The killer must still be bleeding.
鉄の鍵。どこを見れば、あ、これか。ああ、なるほど。ここから降りたのか。
Come on, let's take the rope down.
I'd rather take the stairs.
Ah, what a bore.
So what happened? Was there anyone upstairs?
No, the killer escaped.
鍵をどこで
We're
使う
dealing
か
with
だ
a carefully
ね。
planned assassination.
4番。
What can you tell me about the deceased?
We were from the same unit, stationed together at the barracks by the bridge, but I can't say I knew him well. Maybe someone at the barracks could tell you more.
Do you know if the corporal had any enemies? Someone who would want him dead?
No, none that I know of. But then again, there's always the Ottomans. They'd want all of us soldiers dead, I reckon.
被害者の領域。弊社に行ってみて。ん？あ、こっちじゃないのか。こっちか。子供たちとぶつかってしまった。どこだ？どこから上がるんだこれ。ここだな。ありました。
That was a rough landing.
まあ同じ弊社の仲間だろうな。何これ？何これ？
Wow. Amazing, right?
Disturbing is more like it.
どういうこと？なんか新しい事件が発生したんだけど。柱が立ってるのは兵舎の近くだ。兵士たちは柱についてどう思ってるんだろうか。何これ？ついでに何か始まったんだけど。やめて。これ弊社どこ？弊社どこや？これか、この建物かな。普通に近いから。弊社どこ？あれ、すいません、弊社。マークが駐屯していたのは接収された家で旧市街の近くだ。誰かに聞く。あ、これだ。
The barracks are off limit to civilians.
民間人は兵士に立ち入り禁止だ。私が民間人だと思っているのか。私は海軍将校だ。海軍将校帽子なくていいのか。
You aren't here to relieve me from duty, are you?
海軍将校だぞ、お前。頂上で謎かけを発見し、それを僕に解かせようとしてきた。あ、じゃあこれじゃない。ナイフか、これか。これもついでに聞いてみるか。
Could you help me?
I'd help you if I could, but I know nothing.
Help me, please.
I don't know, but I'm sure there are others who'd be glad to help a fella in uniform.
Do you know anything about this?
I'd help you if I could, but I know nothing.
May I ask for your assistance?
I don't know, but I'm sure there are others who'd be glad to help a fella in uniform.
Are they?
Ridley's blood is on all the heads.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I don't know, but I'm sure there are others who'd be glad to help a fella in uniform.
Ridley's blood.
Hmm, 適当にやっただけだったのに。
Are you able to help me?
I'd help you if I could, but I know nothing.
何も知らないんだ。兵士に聞いてみろって書いてある。
I'd help you if I could, but I know nothing. え？どういうこと？
Are you able to help me?
I'm too drunk to think clearly, sorry.
How many knives do you think are stuck here? I keep losing count.
Do you know anything about this?
It doesn't look like I can help you.
ダメだな。コルドナの服がないな。
This isn't
Could you help me?
You might need a different tack.
May I ask you something?
I would help you find you more, but perhaps others will be more helpful.
Time to check your who, what, and what, Sherry. Who are you asking? About what?
Excuse me, just one question.
Sounds familiar, but nothing comes to my mind. Ask someone else.
長えな、こいつ。え、何これ？特別な文化的意味があるようだ。旧市街の市場で何かを耳にした。え？何これ？でもこれ現場を調べろだよな、このマークは。現場を調べろだから。あ、これだ。
Aha, a curved knife covered in fresh blood. There we go. Doubt that this eagle is purely ornamental.
Careful, Sherry. Locals aren't too happy with what you're doing.
I'd better leave the knife here. Now is a bad time to ruffle any feathers.
Don't!
全ての証拠を採取。
Who do you think you are? Leave it!
なんか同時に進んでるからわけわからんな。これだってこっちだもんな。現場を調べるだけどなんか2つのものが同時に進んでて
Go away from it!
わけわかんないことになってる。ちょっと片方片付けないとあれだな。わけわかんないなこれ。こっちからやんないと多分わけわかんないわ。
Infidel!
You want it?
Is this familiar to you?
Ah, I know this, yeah, let me help you.
そうなんだよね。衣装が合ってれば誰に聞いても答えが返ってくるはずだもんね。 運命の人との出会いで幕を閉じた。
May I ask for your assistance?
Ah, I know this. Yeah, let me help you.
わしの家の印。将軍の命令でオスマン人、特にわしの家の人間と争うことを禁止されている海兵たちは面白くないようだ。
Could you help me?
I don't know, but I'm sure there are others who'd be glad to help a fella in uniform.
将校からはこれ以上聞けないか話が。
Are you able to help me?
I'd help you if I could, but I know nothing.
なんかみんな靴を磨いてるけど。ということはこれわしの家に行かないといけないな。
You aren't here to relieve me from duty, are you?
やっぱオスマン人の服を買わないといけないかな。しょうがねえな。
Nice affordable clothes. Let's pick something that suits you.
うん。アフリカ人の服もいるのかな。まあいいや、これ買っちゃおう。一応金あるし。アフリカ人の服も買っちゃおう。海賊のおもちゃ。フェズ。
A good choice. A good choice indeed.
オスマン人。服装だけで受け入れられるかな。くそ、近くにファストトラベルがないな。
Are you able to help me?
Brother, you're fortunate I know something about this.
誰でもいいのか。誰でもいいのかよ。近くの人間じゃなくてもいいんだ。旧市街地区の市場の西側。市場がわからないんですけど。あ、これか。この辺かな。わあ、もう走るのめんどくせえ。これあれだな。オープンワールドマジでいらないな。シャーロック・ホームズ。めちゃくちゃにめんどくさいじゃん。
You have no business here. Go away.
わしの印がついた家に部外者が立ち入ることはできない。
Who's there?
あ、ダメだ。この格好だとダメなのか。
Another knife in the pillar. Another debt paid in blood.
柱が刺さったナイフにはどんな意味がある？古いしきたり。違うか。族の名誉。 血の復讐。白マリエ。アルバニア語で血の復讐。ほう。なるほど。なんかナイフの方も進んでるな。部外者は立ち入れないか
Oriental
ら。
rugs at a good price.
Don't miss out. Let's pick something that suits you.
やっぱ頭だよね。オスマン人のあれがないな。あ、もう買ってるか。これもしかして。
Leave.
これで
Take
い
one
けな
more
いか
look.
な。
Who's there?
ダメか。ヒゲが足りないかな。でもこの
Who's there?
ターバンみたいなのがないんだよ。ダメだな。そっか、でも変装の印がないもんな。どこから入れないのかな。いや、待ってよ。これでこうすれば。ダメか。
You are not welcome here.
あ、やっぱこのターバン女性用なんだな。あ、男性用のあれがないよな。これ男性用のターバンが売ってないの。
Don't miss out on the best.
Nice of. Let's pick something that suits you.
これはもうしょうがないな。女性用を買うしか。こうするしかないですな。男性用のがないな、オスマンの。
A good choice. A good
まあ買う必要まではなかったかもしれないけど。
choice indeed. Let's pick something that suits you.
これちゃんと女性メイクをしないといけないかな。女になってるか、これ。
A good choice. A good choice indeed.
Don't miss out on the best carpets
遠
on
目
the
から見
island.
たら、は見えないことはないかもしれない。シャーロックはそもそも綺麗な顔だ。ああ、ダメだ、通れないのか。私よ。
You are not welcome here.
なぜお呼びじゃないと言われる。このメイクではダメだという。私よ。
You are not
う
welcome.
わあ。どうすりゃいいって。
Don't part. Let's pick something that suits you.
これか。
A good choice. A good choice
なんか
indeed.
無駄にお金を使ってるような気がする。
Who's there?
ダメだな。
You are not welcome here.
ダメだな。お呼びじゃないって言われるな。違うのか。
Don't pass. Let's pick something that suits you.
うーん、長くなりそうだな。明日にするか。ちょっと明日やろう。もうなんか明日。
Don't leave. Take one more look.
Don't miss out on the best
終わら
carpets
せる
on
気
the
でやる
island.
か。明日もどこも行く予定ないし。ちょっとこのサイドストーリーと、で、あとこの、ナイフの柱もやれそうであればやってみようかな。なんか同時に進んでるから。やって、で、マイストーリー、メインストーリー進めて、できれば明日、がっつりやって終わらせたいなっていうとこですね。はい、以上でございます。ちょっと長くなりましたが、お疲れさんでございました。昼過ぎ頃からやれれば、やろうかなという感じでございます。はい、ありがとうございました。さよなら。おやすみなさい。